Warning, if you are not ready to dedicate 4 hours for CAT preparation, then this video is not for you. This period, about 100 days of CAT preparation, most of us are a little down, demotivated. It is very natural because our CAT mock results are a little dodgy, while there is a group of people, working professionals, who start getting serious at this point of time. Normally, they would have given CAT already and scored a decent percentile, but not enough to take them into their dream colleges. I was one of them. I started my preparation about 100 days before CAT. What did I do? How did I tackle this 100 days? What was my plan? And especially, how did I manage to score 99.8 percentile in VARC? That is going to be the content of this video. I joined a coaching institute because I felt that the coaching institute would have a more suited plan for me. And to be honest with you, I was a little wild. I could not concentrate unless someone else gives me tasks to do. That my coaching institute was about 15 to 20 kilometers away from my house. 2 autos, 1 bus, 1 metro, another auto, and then I reached there. So I was pretty exhausted when I came back home after those 2 hours at coaching institute. And also the style in which they imparted the education was a little not too familiar, not to my style. So there were some problems with the coaching institute. You folks need not have this problem because nowadays all the coaching can be done sitting at home. Especially if you are aware of IQUANTA, the sponsors of this video, who have the entire coaching plan online. IQUANTA has their last batch starting. The major benefit here is that all the courses can be done through live streaming. You have a doubt, 24/7 the doubts can get cleared. The best part of this is that you need not worry about the style of teaching because there is already enough demo videos right on the website where you can check whether the style of teaching fits your style of learning. Now, let's talk about the CAT preparation strategy. One of the directors of the coaching institute where I study said that 400 hours is enough to crack CAT. And how many days do we have? 100 days, give or take. So the CAT preparation strategy is 150 hours should be spent on learning the basics. The next 150 hours are going to be spent on ensuring that you can solve those items faster. And the final 100 hours is about writing mock CATs, sectional CATs. That's it. 150, 150, 100, you are done. Now, it does not mean that when you start learning some concepts of geometry, you stop speeding up in DILR. Like previously, you needed 1 minute to do a calculation like 232 by 319. But with advancement, with learning shortcuts, you can do this division in, let's say, 10 seconds. This should continue, while you also have to continuously write mock CATs and sectional CATs. The normal advice about sectional CAT is you should write 2 to 3 sectional CATs every week. You write a total mock, maybe a mock test if you have taken a test series, if you have some online course, or even if not, just the last year's CAT question papers with a timer on your mobile. So where there is a will, there is a way. You have to write total 50 mock tests. That will also include some sectional mocks. The question that comes up is how many questions should I be doing? So the rule of thumb is at least 50, best would be 100. What I mean is there are 22 questions in the QoS section. So before you write the CAT exam, you should be solving at least 22 into 50, that is about 1100 to 2200 questions. So let's catch it at 1500. Of course, 1500 sounds like a very big number now, doesn't it? But 100 days are there. Divided by 100, you need to solve only 15 questions per day. And believe you me, that is not difficult at all. The rule of thumb for RC is you should solve at least 300 RCs passages before you write the CAT examination. Again, you divide it by 100, so you should be writing one set of RCs, that is 3 RC passages every single day.
मारो हमको जिंदा मत छोड़ो सालो.
Now let's understand the mock strategy. You should have taken by now a mock test, that is an all India mock test series. That is the best thing to have because it tells you where exactly you are. The number one thing I request you to consider is that don't worry about your percentile, because the test series are normally taken by those people who are very serious about CAT. Time test series is taken by about 15 to 20,000 people. CAT is taken by 2.5 lakh people, and you need to be in the top 1 percentile, that is 2500 seats. So what I'm essentially trying to get at is that at least at 70 percentile, you are doing a very good job. Don't worry about the percentile. What you should be worried about is the attempt ratio. Here's a question for you to ponder. If you have attempted 12 questions and got 11 right, so you would have scored 32 marks. Let's say another person who has attempted 17 questions but got only 12 of them right. So 12 into 3, 36, minus 5, 31. So candidate A is getting more marks. That is not how you should be looking at it. You should be looking at it as the attempt ratio. This person has looked into and has been able to solve 17 questions. With the time, with more and more practice, this person is going to increase the accuracy, and sooner or later, even though the first candidate today has scored more than the second candidate, sooner or later the second candidate is going to overtake by a far distance. So your concentration should always be on the attempt ratio and the accuracy. If you consistently increase the attempt ratio and the accuracy, you need not worry about the percentile. You will get the percentile in the CAT examination.
अबे जल्दी बोल, कल सुबह पनवेल निकलना है.
Second thing that you should do in a mock CAT is increase your familiarity with the timer. Whenever we see the timer come down, our heart starts beating. Sometimes it explodes. At that point of time, we make silliest of mistakes. The questions that we know how to solve, we are not able to solve. So increasing that familiarity with the clock is the best thing that you can do in a mock test. Also, and this is the basic thing, I keep repeating it in every video, is the attempt style. You are writing an MCQ examination. You should not be attempting the paper as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 or 20, 19, 18. No. First task, phase 1, go through the entire paper. Solve the easiest question that can be solved within 30 or 60 seconds. Solve them. So the first 20 minutes are done. The next 10 minutes, go to the questions that you had marked as medium difficult. Attempt them. And last 10 minutes, think about that one hard question that you felt you can solve, or maybe some medium questions that you were able to eliminate 2 options. Take a educated guess on those. Leave those last 10 minutes for that. Some people, due to this attempting style 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, are not even able to reach the end of the paper where the easiest questions were, or the questions that they knew how to solve were there and they did not even see those. So change your attempting style, the strategy of how you attempt. Those are the things that you should look for in doing a mock CAT. to me, VARC was never about learning rules of grammar. Neither was it about reading words out of word power made easy and memorizing them. Because I used to read a lot. In 2020, I read 52 books. In 2021, I read 75 books. Now, I wasn't reading at that speed back then, but still I was reading quite a lot even then. And that is why when I used to read a sentence, I used to understand that, hey, that does not sound correct. That is not what the author intended to say. It just clicked, because that is how reading helps us. It helps us organize our thoughts so beautifully well, and it is a muscle, and the muscle can get strong only if you lift dumbbells every day. So add 1 hour to the 4 hours, and this 1 hour is about reading Hindu editorials, reading Aeon essays, and my personal favorite, reading alldaily.com. Here you will get so many variety of articles curated from the best newspaper publications of the world. So definitely don't miss out on alldaily.com. Every morning, every time when you have some spare time, open this website, land into any passage that you want and start reading. Paraphrase each of the paragraph, 1 line output of each paragraph, and the total summary of the entire content. You will be doing marvelously well in CAT exam if you do just this. These are my 7 reading suggestions for your CAT exam. These books are about 200-250 pages long. So if you read 30 minutes every day for the next 100 days, so that is about 50 hours, I'm sure that you would be able to complete all these 7 books. And as you know, what are the types of RCs that we see? We see RCs in philosophy, we see RCs in science, and we see RCs in history. So here are my suggestions. Ensure you read them all.